Ulavanaka, and we're back, episode 26. We've got a huge guest for you guys. Tui Kamikamica is on board. We talk about his early life, growing up in the Fiji Islands. We talk about his transition from rugby union to rugby league. We're talking about his carver business. So let's check it out. Let's get into it.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Clubhouse, episode 26, round 27. This week, very special episode. Got a big guest on. But first, episode's brought to you by RIXX Eyewear, and we've got something special for you. Introducing the brand new colour Oyster, a stunning light green crystal frame that's sure to turn heads. These shades come with light gradient lenses and are available in our 3 best-selling styles, Soho, Boston, and Melrose. It's going to be this summer's most popular colour, and it's a limited drop, so don't miss out. Head over to RIXX Eyewear and grab your pair before they're gone. Like we said, off the top, special guests today, as you can see by the shirts me and Hughesy are wearing. No stranger to the storm, but it's our good mate, Tui Kamikamica. Welcome, mates.
Thanks,
good
boys.
To have you in.
Thanks for having me here, boys.
A big guest.
Now, big guest.
Big guest.
Lowest skin folds in the club.
Oh, my life.
Best smelling man in the club.
We actually requested him come in with no shirt, but he's been humble today. He usually rocks no shirt around the club. So
Weather's still cold, my brother. Weather's still cold.
Fresh cut as well, we see.
Fresh cut.
Yeah.
That was for the potty butt, right?
100%, my brother. It's my first time, so why not? Give it a fresh fade, eh?
Welcome in, mate. Very, like you said, everyone you've been in the select few that people want on the podcast to hear your story. So it is quite an amazing story, and we will get to it. But first, a little tradition on the podcast is we have a thing called the icebreaker. So we'll go through and answer it each. I've got 2, so I'm going to have to pick one right now. Icebreaker for this week.
it's just a question. I know you're a big fan. You watch it anyway, but perhaps we'll give us a question. We just got to answer it straight off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't have to come up with a smart answer.
Too much. Yeah, just think.
Go straight away.
Whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll go with the theme of today was our day off, right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to go a nice, easy on. What's your favourite way to spend a day off?
Watching TV at home.
Yep.
Netflix.
Chill.
Netflix and chill.
Chilling.
That's it, eh?
That's it, yeah. Just
Go to
cruising.
Cheekies in the morning.
100%.
Yeah, you're a
that's
breakfast
the go-to. Love getting a coffee, a chicken mike in Richmond. Cappuccino with honey, that's the go-to. So
I think someone asked what your coffee order was.
Cappuccino with
Cappuccino and honey.
cappuccino with honey, yeah, that's my
Okay.
go-to.
How long have you done that for?
To be honest, when I moved to Melbourne, never drank coffee. The first coffee that I drank was caramel latte.
The old caramel latte.
Caramel latte, and then I think I've been drinking that for like a couple of years. And then I think I just started drinking cappuccino with honey because of my good mate Justin Olam.
Yeah, I was going to say, Justin, you love the honey.
He loves the honey.
honey.
I remember one time we were just having break and I was just like, bro, what do you get? And just a caramel latte. I remember I try this, but coffee and a honey. I was like, wow, that's going to be so sweet, eh?
Well, it's pretty much a caramel latte.
stuff.
Yeah. And that's why I like it because it's pretty much the same. So, yeah, that's how it all started.
Coffee not a big thing in Fiji, obviously.
Nah, not a big thing. But it's like I said, I only started drinking coffee when I moved to Melbourne.
Very interesting.
Always nice and warm back home.
Yuzi, what do you like doing on your day off?
Golf. Played golf today, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Give us the news. You look at coming with a bit of a smile. Yeah, there we
Couple
go.
of wins, eh?
We played it at Ewing Meadows.
Oh,
We're going to play Eastern. Eastern was booked out, so myself, Pez, and Means. I had 39 points.
wow. He's back.
I was on.
back.
I wouldn't say I was on, actually, but I was pretty good. But
39
compared to last week when I said I was going to cash converters with my sticks, I feel like
They've come out.
I've come back a little bit. So
And how'd the other boys go?
Pez had 27. He was shocking. No, shocking, sorry. He
Just come.
was up and down, yeah. So he was like shanky, like couldn't hit an iron.
Really?
Smashed his drive all night, all day, but couldn't hit his iron. And then like the first couple holes, and then by the back end he was flying. But he was no good. But Means he went well. He had 35. So he hit his, and he was off 10.
He's a very good golfer.
He was off 10. Means was good.
Yeah, Nick is good, eh?
Jonah
good
off
golfer.
12, and I was off 20.
20.
But I'll take it.
39, take that.
Yeah.
Have you been playing a bit of golf, Buller?
Nah, my brother.
The roomie has no
yeah, the
way,
roomie has Will. I think Will and Ali been telling me,
Low
"Bro,
key.
let's go play some golf." But at the moment. Not yet, but
No.
I have to take
Soon.
take up some lessons, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. Stick to your,
No good,
stick
eh?
to your Netflix.
I know.
I don't know if it's that. All right, let's address the elephant in the room at the moment. There's a man missing.
Oh, yes.
There is a man missing from this podcast, and there's some vicious rumors doing the rounds that this perfect partners segment has made him want to get to know his partner Bianca a little bit more.
So,
Do you want to enlighten us, Hughesy?
yeah, well,
Got some
he
intel.
just he was being very he said he couldn't make the potty, which is fair. Like, we all have different schedules going outside, and I think most of the time when he misses, he's had to babysit or something. But he didn't say what he was doing. So I'm thinking he was either scared that we were going to do Perfect Partners this week, so he thought, I can't go in, and I reckon he sat Bianca down, and
They're watching all the old footy shows.
they're legit. He's got a notepad and he's writing down some notes about her. I reckon even birthday, saying, "What's your birthday again, babe?" And he's doing all that because he was apple crumble last week.
He was, and he's very sheepish this week.
He was.
But no, Tui, great to have you on, mate. Like you said, very popular guest that everyone wanted on. So, I guess we want to talk a little bit about footy today, a little bit about the journey. Hasn't been smooth like everyone's journey. They're not all smooth, but I think yours in particular, coming over from Fiji, young age, different position, I believe a winger, moving to Sydney. But I'll let you talk through it, mate. Like, obviously, where you are now and where you started out, it's a pretty impressive journey. So, like I said, very happy to have you on. And I guess we'll start talking about that, just where you grew up, how it was growing up, and I guess how you found yourself playing rugby league in the first place.
Yeah. Thank you, boys. Thank you for the invitation. Pretty honoured to be here. Just like you're touching on there, Paps, obviously grew up in Fiji, born in a small island called like Taviuni. So Fiji is like worth of like 330. There's two main big islands and my island was the third biggest. So grew up in the islands there when I was 11 years old. Obviously, mum and dad both live in the islands. Mum, she's a school teacher. And my old man is a cover farm. That's why
the
I
old
love
cover
drinking
farm.
kava. So, that's how it all started. I remember as a young kid, go to school, and during the weekends, my old man is in the farm. So that's how I like drinking kava at a young age, because that's pretty much what my old man did as a living. And so moved to the mainland when I was 11 years old, obviously for like studies. Went to a boarding school called Queen Victoria School. We all moved to the mainland because just for like a better opportunity, I guess, for me, like going to like secondary school. And I was there for like 5 years. And then, to be honest, like I never thought I'd be coming here when I was 17 at the time. My dream is just to go to school, further my education. Obviously, when your mom is a school teacher, man, that was pretty tough. The pressure on you every day. Are you doing your homework coming back from school? If not, she'll check my book and stuff. If something's not up to date, she'll be getting to me straight away. So I did 5 years in Queen Victoria School. Obviously, it's a boys' boarding school, so I used to spend like 14 weeks in school and then come back for 2 weeks break. Like obviously 14 weeks per term. And never play rugby league. Always been a union player. Obviously in Fiji, rugby union is pretty massive. Sevens, 15. So that is my dream, to play like rugby sevens. And obviously around that time, I was so skinny.
For those, honestly, we've seen photos. You were a genuine winger back in the day.
I was that skinny. I was lightning too.
So did you play union? When did you start playing union?
Well,
how old were you been?
I was 10 years old. No, 10 was, I think, younger than that.
And then played through high school.
Yeah, played through high school.
Yeah,
it's like obviously like under 14s to under 18s. And then in Fiji, we used to have this competition called Dean's competition. It's like a schoolboys comp.
Yeah.
Like from under 14s to under 18s, just like a whole day carnival. And obviously, the last time I played was in Lautoka, the place that we went early this year.
Oh.
So that's I play on that field, and it got scouted from that field.
Oh, that's cool, eh?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got scouted to Parramatta, wasn't it?
Parramatta, yeah.
Yeah, wow, okay.
So I was 17 at the time. I was like obviously I went to like a boys' boarding school. So we played in Lautoka, the field that we played for our trial game this year.
Yeah.
So the last time I played there was when I got scouted. And then the second time was when we played the trial game.
Wow,
for Storm.
that's crazy. So how does it work in school? Like, is that even a genuine pathway? Like, to give us enlighten listeners into sort of how that works for. Obviously, you wanted to play union because you loved union,
Yeah.
but do you know that there's going to be scouts at these carnivals? Is it
not at all?
Yeah,
Not at all. That's the thing I'm trying to say. Like, I just went there. I just wanted my school to win the comp. And then after that, I was like, this is going to be it. Because there's like a big gap from like school level to the like in Fiji around that time.
Yeah.
Like you finish this competition, there's no like competition in between.
There's no like Queensland Cup or anything like that.
It's just pretty much if you got opportunities, just go overseas, France rugby, or go to New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my main focus, just like play that, win that, and then probably just focus on like study, go to uni and stuff. That was my main goal going to that game. But I didn't even know that the scouts was there watching the game. And to be honest, the scouts came to watch the guy that was playing on the other team.
Sammy Radrandra.
Yeah, because that's how like they came up, we're going to sign this guy.
Yeah.
And obviously
Must have carved up,
I carved up in that game. I actually scored the last try to win the game. And then after that, I was like, we win the game, blah, blah. So I came off the field. I seen the school principal was standing on the side of the field. And he said, I can see like there's two white fellas sitting right next to him. This is crazy. He said, congrats, good win. I was like, yep, thank you. And then obviously at the time, like, can't talk proper English, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was just standing there seeing those two white fellas just like saying, you had a good game. I was like, yeah, good. I didn't even know what they were saying, to be honest. I only say, good game. I was like, yeah, good game, yeah. And then they were like, is your parents here? I was like, yeah, they're somewhere in the grandstand. And then they were, can you just go and grab them? So I went up to the grandstand and mom and dad was there. And I said, I think the school principal want to meet us downstairs. So mom and dad came downstairs and then they were like, is this your son? Obviously my mom, she's a school teacher, so she can talk like proper English. And then she was like, yeah, that's my son. Had a good game today. And then I was just standing there, I was like trying to know what's going on. I was so, and then, then she was like, we want to offer your son a contract. And I was like, standing, contract? What is this? And then she was like, have you been to Australia? I was like, no. And then my mom was like, no, we haven't been to Australia, just come straight from the islands. And then, so we want to sign your son to come play rugby league in Australia. When I heard that, all I can remember was like, rugby league. Rugby league, I was like, that's crazy.
Did you even know what rugby league was in?
Nah, my brother.
At all?
I kind of like have a sense, a little bit like obviously Jared Hayne, Pedro, Uate, but I didn't get doesn't get any interest of me watching that.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you grew up like in a rugby union environment, so as soon as I heard that, I was just think, this we don't play rugby league in Fiji. This is another opportunity here. And then this all started. So that was on a Saturday. And after the game, they said, we have to meet in Suva tomorrow, like around lunchtime. And then sign the papers.
Straight away, a day later.
A day later, yeah. So as soon as I signed it on Sunday, my mom just asked them if I could just stay for the second school for like the next 8 weeks before I flew over to Australia. They were going to tell me to like
go straight away.
Really? Yeah. But luckily, they approved that, you can stay for another 8 to 10 weeks in school, and then flew to Australia, and then that's how it all started, bro.
Were the next 8 weeks trying to learn English, or what was that?
Normally, I was in school, I was like, obviously, like English subject, you have to pass that to go. I was just full like studying and stuff, learning all the words, and pretty much the whole 10 weeks, because I don't want to be like, you know what I mean, So
it's a crazy story. Like you'd never heard a league, and suddenly they want you on Parramatta contract and move away from home to a place that you'd, like you said, fresh out of Fiji.
It kind of helps me when I went to a boys' boarding school. I kind of used to like living away from home, but it's different when you go to like a different country where you've never been before, can't talk proper English. So that's the biggest challenge. One of the biggest challenges I faced, to be honest. So,
What were the other challenges? Like, obviously, you went over there, stayed at
Parramatta.
Were you staying in those houses outside the stadium?
Outside the stadium, the
okay.
units and stuff.
You know, if you've driven past Parramatta Stadium, I don't know if they're still there.
Nah, I think they
knocked it down.
knocked it down,
Used to be this big brick building.
Yeah,
I remember.
That one, right next to the leagues.
Yeah.
Right next to the LIXX class. So.
I remember, you know who told me that? Jason Stewart told me that's where the players used to stay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, talk us through those challenges, Buller, because I think they probably don't get spoken about enough. You know, you'd think, obviously, you get a contract to go to Australia and chase a dream, but it's quite daunting for someone who's fresh out of school and, like I said, didn't speak much English at all.
Yeah, definitely. Like just like I said, like obviously English is my second language, so that is one of the things that I like have to face. Biggest challenge, to be honest. And also like living away from home, just like I said before, like I went to a boys' boarding school, but they were just in Fiji. I coming over here straight to Sydney. If I went to Townsville, it'd be all right, you know what I mean? Good weather, not as big as Sydney. I remember the first, my manager picked me up from the airport on a Monday. Look at the airport. This is massive. Came to Parramatta, and then I arrived in Sydney like early in the morning. Then went straight to see the facilities and stuff. I remember they were just explaining everything to me, but I have no idea what they were saying. No idea. I just asked my manager, please. They were just like, this is I don't know, we went to the physio room or something like that. I just seen the boys like getting treatment. I was like, what is this? You know, that's the thing. Like, it's kind of funny now, but at the time I was like, this is totally different. Like the facilities. When you go to like a professional footy environment, and I was just in Fiji, like I was just in the islands for like the whole year, and all of a sudden I was in a boarding school, like never, like obviously they don't have any training facilities like that, gym-wise, and then only 10 weeks, and then I have to go to this environment. And didn't bond with it, you know what I mean? Like if I was 5, 10 years old, come through the system, like for example here, you cannot see that, but for me I didn't. I just 8 weeks in Fiji, then boom, straight into it.
Were you living with anyone at the time?
I live with a guy called Boyd Russell. He's from Brizzy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Brizzy. And then, and also with Semi Rondandra.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of easier because we can't speak both English and And then was me, Semi Rondandra, and Boyd Russell. So he can, he kind of teach us how
translate
and stuff, yeah.
Was he big in teaching you?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Definitely, yeah.
That's good. Good on him.
Because sometimes when you go to training and stuff, well, Sammy at the time, he was training with the top 30, with the NRL team, and then Boyd was in the under-20s.
Yeah.
So I remember the first day of training, rocked up, and then the coach was like, introduced me, another guy from Fiji, blah, blah, blah. And then I was just standing there, and then we started doing these drills. And then I keep on asking the bro, Boyd, what are we going to do here? Pass the ball and run the ball. The first thing I did, like obviously in rugby union, you run the ball. Once you get tackled, you can still offload and stuff. That's what I did, So I ran the ball. And that's the first thing I did. I was just like running, go tackle. As soon as I go down, I just offload the ball. The dummy half just comes, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know, bro. I just put my hand up. That is one of the challenges I face. Just like trying to speak English and get to know the boys, like how I interact with people and stuff. And I was lucky enough, there's heaps of Polynesian in that team as well. Samoan, Tongan, so kind of make it a little bit more easier, but at the same time, it's still hard, man.
How do you, like, I'm fascinated. How do you, like the way you speak now, from, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give us some tip of what you did during that period to, I guess, develop your English, because you wouldn't be able to tell that you didn't know how to speak it before, you know?
I know. But to be honest, like at the time when I came to Para, I know that I have to learn this. I just try and think in Fijian and slowly it's more with the basic stuff. And then all of a sudden, the bro was like, Boyd Russ kind of give me some like books to read. Yeah, because he kind of like, he's so smart.
Yeah.
He was studying at the time.
Yep.
And then obviously 20 years, you can't be full-time and stuff. So he kind of give us the books to read, like me and Sammy. Sometimes, obviously, under 20s, during the day, he didn't do anything. So I used to go to the club, do some like stuff, like canning books for the kids and stuff like that. I was doing that. So it's a school aid. Or what did they say? Where you go for like in school.
The development.
Development,
Yeah. I used to do that at Titans.
Yeah, I was doing that at Para just to try and improve my English. Okay. Yeah, and by the time I come back home, the book that the bro gave it to me, I started like reading and stuff. And then if I didn't know anything, I used to call my mom, FaceTime, and then she kind of helped. That's how it all started.
Oh,
I was so hard.
Shout out to Boyd Russell. I hadn't heard of him before, but it's pretty amazing. Good story.
That's crazy.
So then, obviously you're at Para for a few years, played for Wenny Magpies. And then what happened between that and coming down to Melbourne?
Yeah,
Did you play Union for a bit as well?
Yeah, I did. So after that year, I think Riku still was there, and then I think they must have something deals with the salary cap or something.
Did you say Ricky Stewart was the coach?
Was the coach, yeah. He was the coach there, and then I think something deals with salary cap around that time. That was like end of 2015.
Yeah.
And then I was pretty ruthless because he just came into the thing and just like write the name down, and then if your name is on the board, you have to find another club. That was their year.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
So explain, is this at the end of the season?
End of the season, yeah.
And you've gone in for like medicals and
they go, if your name's on this board, you're gone.
Yeah. But I was in the top 30 at the time. I was just
But do they have top 30 players on there as well?
Yeah. It's ruthless, man.
That's ruthless.
And then from there, like, during that period when I was playing for the under-20s, like injuries, you know what I mean? Like I did my MCL. I didn't even know it was an MCL. I keep on playing. So I was finding like, I played 20s. I only played for like a couple of minutes, I think like 10 minutes. And then after that, they said, oh, you have to go and play for Ron Messi, for Wenty.
Yeah.
And then I saw play on Friday for the under-20s. And they wanted me to get more time. So like, and then I play again on Sunday. For like Ron Messi to get more time.
Yeah.
I think we play against Guildford Owls at Wenty. And then played like pretty much the whole game. And then it was I think the last 10 minutes. Boom. I had a knock on my knee. And then just swollen up. I didn't know it was MCL. I keep on training the next week. And then went and play again. I just strip it up. I didn't know it's an MCL. I would keep on playing. Wow. And then the following week after that game, I was swollen up, and then went and got a X-ray, and then said MCL. Gone for like a couple of weeks. Like I think I was out for like ages.
Yeah, right.
And then kind of like at the time it was when you go through those injuries and stuff, you kind of like fuck, people are playing for contract and stuff like that. I was pretty much just on the out there. Then that's why I just said.
Didn't you see your name on the board and
then brown bread.
Wow. So then, so that was end of 2015. Your name's on the board. What are you thinking there? Like, are you thinking, am I going home? What are you?
I was like, this is it. This back to Fiji where it all started from. And then I think my manager said, do you still love playing union? And at the time they have this comp, this like NRC.
Yeah.
It was like around that time.
Yeah.
So the season finished like September, October. But then the NRC started like October, November. Yeah, so, and then I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. And then I went to Canberra.
Canberra?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I went to Canberra for like...
The Vikings?
Canberra Vikings. Yeah, Canberra Vikings, yeah. I didn't play in the actual NRC team, the one below. I just went there.
Were you still a winger at this part?
No, I was in the forwards. I was in the forwards, my brother. I think I only went there for like... I think not even that long, to be honest, like 6-8 weeks.
Yeah.
Like doing that. But I didn't play in the NRC. I was just playing the one below.
Great.
Yeah. And I was just playing that. I like obviously back to union. I was like, I still didn't feel right to me, to be honest. I still prefer playing league.
Wow.
And then, I don't know if you like Trigger.
Yeah.
And then
the old Sunny Coast coach.
The old Sunny Coast coach, yeah. Kind of contact my manager at the time, and I was like, is he still keen to play rugby league? And then as soon as my manager told me that, I was like, yo, I'm keen to play rugby league for sure. And then it's from there straight to Sunny Coast.
Duty, and like you said, it's probably a bit more familiar than...
good sport, nice weather. Yeah, nice weather.
So that was 2016, moved up to Sunny Coast?
Sunny Coast, yeah. So that was, good, leading up to, 2016.
Were you living in Brizzy?
I was living in Brizzy. Yeah, with Jaxie,
That's right.
I was living in Brizzy, then I drove. drove to Sunny Coast.
Jackson reckons
with
you
Rolly
sleep the
Jacks.
whole way, bro.
Slept the whole way, bro. Slept the whole way. It's like 2.5 hours drive.
And to be fair, like if there's anyone you're going to move in with when you're sort of freshly in Australia, Jaxie's probably the bloke. He is one of
He's
the top.
bloke.
Yeah.
He's just such a good bloke.
Yeah, and like has so much patience.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just so chilled, eh?
So
Yeah.
chill,
Chill.
man.
The big wombat.
Yeah.
The big wombat.
So you moved in with Jaxie 2016.
Yeah,
playing for the
2016.
Falcons.
Falcons, yeah. I didn't move in with Jaxie, but I live like with an uncle in Brizzy.
Yeah,
I used to, close to Jaxie.
Yeah.
And then I used to go driving from there to Jaxie's. I forgot the name of the mall. I used to go wait for Jaxie to finish work and then drove us up to Sunny Coast. It was so funny. But every time we hop into the car, bro, I was like, later, bro.
Recline the seat.
I know it's going to be traffic the whole way.
Wow.
So like 2.5 hours.
long,
Yeah,
Traffic
2.5,
will be
and then
2.5.
traffic. Then straight after training, drive back. By the time I get home I think it was like 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, can't complain, bro. I wasn't driving, so it's all good.
True. But then obviously a couple of years Sunny Coast. It was 16, 17.
Yeah, 16.
2016, 17.
Yeah.
And then moved down to Melbourne end of 17?
Nah, end of 16.
End of 16.
End of 16, yeah.
But you lived with Jaxie, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
when
So
we
we
moved,
all come the same year.
I think I was a
Yeah.
year
I
after
was
you.
at end of 16.
Yeah.
I was end of
Jaxie,
17.
Jaxie,
You were the end of 17.
Yeah.
you end of 17, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come in those 2 years, yeah.
So how did that come about, the call to come down to Melbourne? Obviously, Sunshine Coast to the feeder for the Storm, but I'm interested to find how Trigger found you.
Yeah.
You must have been watching the 20s games, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
probably. I didn't even know him,
Yeah.
to be
He
He
honest.
must have been. He must have been. I feel like
Yeah, because he was just doing like a roster up there in Sunny
Yeah,
Coast
yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
Like obviously they haven't been performing well for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
They've been struggling to win any game, so they're trying to put like a roster together, and then I think the name just popped up out of nowhere.
Popped up, beauty. Not a bad place to go. But then,
yeah.
so moved down to end of 2016 to Melbourne.
Yeah, to Melbourne.
How'd
yeah.
that all come about?
Yeah, so I remember when I was playing in for Falcons, they normally obviously the Storm came up and play, I think Warriors up in for like a trial game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
For like a trial game, and then we the curtain raiser was Eastern Falcons. But before that, we played Burleigh. Yeah, had a good game in Burleigh. Either Burleigh or North Devils the week before our first trial game.
Yeah.
And then the second trial game was against the East Tigers.
Yeah.
And then Trigger was like, "Oh, Bulla, the Storm gonna play after us. Like all the coaches will be there." I was like, "Are you sure, bro?" And then I was like, "Yeah." I was, "Oh, wow, this is good. This is a good opportunity to play in front of Craig. Like, such an honor." Like, and I remember like warming up and seeing the Storm boys rocked up like big. The person I saw was Big Nasty. The big
He's a
boy.
hard bloke to
Yeah, I seen him warming up. Holy, he's a big boy. And then, when we're warming up outside, and then he just came in Sunny Coast, so we only see the bus just rocked up. And then we were playing, and then I was like, "Fuck, this is another chance to give it a crack." And then, had a good game.
game.
With it. Obviously, it's a trial game.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
Yeah, had a good game there. And then after that, after the game, Trigger came up to me, "Oh, Bulla, you play good, Bulla. Keep on doing that for the whole year then, eh?" I was like, "Okay, sweet." And then I think after round 6, at the time, they still had the Pacific Test.
Oh, the mid-years.
The mid-year
yeah.
Pacific Test.
Yeah.
I think it was after round 6, obviously selected for Fiji. That was pretty cool. And then Trigger called me and was like, "Bulla, I got a news for you. Melbourne Storm are keen to sign you up." I was like, "Holy." Especially like 7 weeks into the 7 rounds in. And then I get a call from Trigger saying that. I was like, a bit emotional at the time, but I was so happy. That is before I got announced to play for Fiji. Yeah. And by the time I was in the camp, got announced to, got picked to play for Fiji, I was pumping too because I know I already got signed with the Storm. And then I was funny because Jazzy got signed at the same time after the Fiji and PNG game to come to the Storm.
Oh, is he?
It was funny because after...
So he was
he come there too.
Yeah.
He was at Hunters though, eh?
Hunters, PNG Hunters. So we played the game and then he came up and said, "My brother, are you going to the Storm?" I was like, Yeah, same as me.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that was like.
Did you know Juzzy then?
Nah,
Nah.
I didn't know him by then.
But they would have probably said like, "Oh, we're thinking of signing this bloke too."
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And he's become best mates pretty much when he's down.
That's how we all.
crazy.
That's how we all started. To be, I didn't know him. Like I remember him getting sin bin during the game. Oh no, this guy is a grab.
Crazy.
Who is this guy running so hard? Oh my life.
Not his first time either. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So then you both come down.
End of
16.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we were talking, and obviously Riley's coming down. And I was like, bro, why don't you just move in together? Like Riley, and then obviously he's keen. And I was like, yeah, but that's us. Let's go. And then, we moved out end of 2016.
Man, we had a pretty good group come down because that was my first year. You, Jaxie,
Cheese.
Juzzy, Cheese.
Yeah. Drinky. No, Drinky was already in the 20s, sorry.
Yeah, Drinky was there. But we had a stacked Sunny Coast team that year.
2017.
Yeah, made the
Lost to
GF.
PNG.
Lost to PNG in the final. Bro, it's one of the ones that got away. Like, we watched that whole game. We were just on top the whole game, and then they scored in the final, like, minute to win it. I got injured. I broke my Liz Frank with the last 10 minutes.
Last 10 minutes.
And then Guy come on the fullback. I was playing fullback.
And
then he was just out of position and shit. Which was, I don't think he was supposed to play. He's not a fullback, but
that's the game.
Lost.
So I think question that everyone likes knowing the answer to, Buller, moving down the Melbourne Storm. You've obviously got two guys who'd been here for thousands of years in Craig and Frank. Do you remember your first encounter with Craig and Frank? And I guess, what'd you think?
Yeah. Well, obviously, like in the first couple of weeks, I think when I got signed, after the first 7 weeks, I flew down for like a week. Normally when the boys used to come from Sunny Coast or East Tigers, this is during the season 2016.
Yeah.
Flew down for like a week, just watch training and stuff, then go back up. Yeah, I remember I was staying in Pullman Hotel, the one beside MCG.
Yeah, across the road.
Across the road from
train
MCG.
tracks. Yeah.
Jollymont.
Jollymont, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Manchester on Jollymont.
Yeah, came down and then obviously walking to the office. Wow, I was so nervous. Like actually, I was so nervous. I just seen him like, hey, Bulla. That was the first thing he said to me, Bulla. Craig.
Really?
Yeah, because obviously like
he must have loved you.
Sully and Marika was there at the time.
A few of the boys. Yeah.
Like Sully and Marika at the time were there. So I think that's the first thing he told me. Bulla. I was like, yeah, Bulla.
That would have
Craig.
broke the ice straight away, surely.
Yeah,
Did that make you feel a bit calmer?
100%,
Yeah.
bro. When he said that, Bulla, I was like, Bulla Craig. I would just go from here to, you know, the nerves, eh? I was just walking in. I was still like wearing my Sunny Coast jumper. It was cold at the time. Sunny Coast bag, walking into the office, and then he said, Bulla. I was like, oh, Bulla Craig. And yeah, it kind of makes me feel like a little bit like less nervous. But before that, my brother, you know, first time meeting Craig, I was sitting myself, and enjoying the weather here, bro. I was like, oh, yeah, it's a bit cold, but missing the warm weather. And obviously went straight to meet Frank after that. And then after meeting Craig was a bit all good. And when meet Frank, I was more chilled than Craig.
It's a daunting experience, I'm sure, like everyone says. But then I guess 2017, you were here, didn't play till 20.
I played
2017.
Debut, when's your debut?
a debut 2017.
2017.
Round 5,
First
I think.
year.
First year.
Yeah.
Mecca. Jordan
That's
McLean.
right,
He injured his knee or his ankle, something like that. And then it was against Panthers at home, Amy Park. I think round 5.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was buzzy, yeah.
That would have been pretty special.
Oh, my brother. I can't imagine to come that early, you know what I mean? Like, only been there 2016 pre-season. Not even that long. And then obviously I got the call. I think we were doing training. And then Craig pulled me aside after training. And then, I think Mecca is not good to go this week. Would you be keen to play NRL? I was like, 100%. 100%. And then, so just letting you know you'll make your debut this weekend against Panthers. That was another over the moon, eh? I just called my parents straight after that, straight to the phone on the same night. I think that was on a Monday. Obviously, Tuesday, the team list came out. And then my mom's like, is your name going to pop up on the stump? When they do the team list and stuff. So then your name's gonna pop up on the Storm team list. I'm like, yeah, it just looks probably the number 20 or something like that. I was me and Mark Nichols. We debuted at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was 180, I was 181.
Okay. And Kamikamica, obviously that's on paper it looks difficult, but I think once you've been able to learn
Pronounce
it's
it, yeah.
quite easy to pronounce, right?
Yeah.
But were they aware of your surname? Do you remember the debut, them mentioning your name or anything?
Yeah, I remember watching the game. So we played and watched the game after that. I can hear them saying my name like Chameleon. I was like, holy. Chameleon. I was like, holy, that's
way
not right. That's way off. But obviously, like, it's hard to pronounce it because obviously the language and it's like, in Fiji, it's like CA is fa, here CA is ka.
Yeah.
That's why I can see like Kamikamica.
And then Tui, it's obviously, we know this, but that's not your actual birth name, is it?
Nah, that's my middle name.
That's your middle name.
Yeah.
And your birth name is
Erevonu.
Erevonu.
Erevonu, yeah.
So there you go, a little fun fact for the listeners. Erevonu is Big Bulla's first name. So
It was funny, like at home they still call me that, Erevonu.
Yeah.
When every time I go back to Fiji, they call me Erevonu.
when was it just like, when did you decide that it was going to be Tui? Like,
I think when I went to school in the mainland, because obviously in the village, like all my uncles, all my grandparents, they still call me Erevonu.
yeah.
And then it's a bit hard then, obviously when we moved to the mainland, my old man and my mom started calling me Tui.
Yeah, right.
And then obviously it's
And
so
then
easy.
easy, eh?
Yeah, a bit easier than Erevonu.
Wow. All right, let me sort of fast forward to now. 100 Storm games. Obviously had a little rough period. Was it 2020 with your back injury?
Yeah.
But other than that, been ultra consistent with the amount of games you played year in, year out. And secret, the banana leaves, you tell me?
100%, my brother.
Banana leaves and Carver.
Carver is for sure, my brother.
Yeah, we will touch on that, but I think we just want to talk about that 2020 year. Obviously, being away from home, COVID year, and quite a serious back injury you had.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like I said, you had a tough start to your NRL career or journey with your MCL that you didn't even know was a thing.
No.
But this back thing was a different beast, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a big one, to be honest. I remember, like, during the pre-season, end of 2019, when you finish training, just feel like a little bit of tight lower back. I didn't even bother. Like, I just want to keep on training hard. When you have a good pre-season, set you up for the season to come. And then, obviously we started the season well, first 2 rounds, and then they call off the season. I remember I want to keep on training. And then I remember I was just doing a speed walk with just me, Suli, and Marion Seve.
Yep.
I was just running, and then I turned, doing MIS. I feel something just like click. I was like, wow, something just popped here. And I went back home, went to sleep, and then woke up. I was like, wow, this is so sore. That's when we moved to Albury.
Albury, yeah.
It was coming all good like a couple of weeks later, and then obviously they said, we have to go to Albury. I was good before that.
Yeah.
And I just tell Lockie, my back's still tight. And then started running again, and then gone. No, when you don't do the MAS, you turn and then you go, something just clicked. I went to sleep, woke up the next day, can't even stand up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Just feel the neuro, the pain. Like everyone else, like we go through like stuff, like hurdles, just like for yourself and stuff like that. So that was pretty big. And then I was trying to avoid surgery because when they said back surgery, I was like, this is gonna be like done. Like you just never know.
Yeah.
Like if something's just not right while they were doing the surgery, pretty much.
Your back, eh?
That's it.
Especially because you'd felt what it's like when it's not, like you couldn't feel your legs. Like you were fully, I remember that time you were like.
I was in bed. Can't even walk.
Yeah.
I remember.
So of course surgery is going to scare the shit out of you guys.
I remember like, obviously we went to Sunny Coast. And the first week I think the first week during the night, couldn't sleep for like 2 to 3 hours sleep. And there's one stage there I have to put the pillow like under my belly and then sleep like that. Like Judge knows the story sometimes because he always bring me food and stuff. He'll be knocking my room, I'll be like this, but
Thanks, bro.
that was pretty tough, man. Like first 2 weeks, like the first week, and then the second week I was telling John Z, but I don't think I can take this anymore. Like, and they were giving me all the treatment to avoid surgery. And then after 2 weeks in bed, I was like, nah, I get the surgery. And that was nerve-wracking. And then I went all the way from Sunny Coast to Brizzy.
To get the surgery.
George was driving. I was at the back of the van, lying on the ground like that.
Oh, fuck.
When I walked in, I was like, fuck. It was, to be honest, it was so scary.
Yeah. Benny sort of Hughes had his back injury. He had back surgery.
Yeah, I don't think I was that bad as, like, I had nerve pain and that, but Bullock couldn't really move at all. I could sort of get it. I played through it for a year, but it didn't come right. But Bullock had it way worse and probably needed to get ASAP surgery. Yeah. I know what you mean though. Like you try do everything around it. Yeah. They tell you, strengthen your core.
Yeah.
Physio. Yeah. Did you get any epidurals?
Yeah.
Got a couple of those. Helps for like a day or two, and then you just go cucks again. So
help for like it's like you said, but for like a day or two, and then after that, just like downhill.
Yeah, just goes back to
it's just like, to be honest, like the worst that I feel, it's like sometimes, if you take a knife and then just try and then scratch your skin like that, that's how the pain. That's just an example of like, I get to that point.
Yeah, right.
From here, like all the way down my
all
glutes.
Down your leg.
Yeah, that's why I can't walk. I was like, nah, I can't take this pain anymore. But they were giving me like painkillers and stuff, but after a couple of hours, it didn't work. So
and like I've seen you have some injuries that you don't ever complain about. So I'm sitting here being like, it must have been pretty bad. But that's not the only amazing thing you come back from. You've obviously playing for Fiji, represented the country.
Yeah.
We did speak about it earlier, how you got that call. But I guess what's that mean to you? It's a massive milestone, and like we said, very, very humble beginnings, not knowing what rugby league was and wanting to play rugby union, but now actually probably being the face of rugby league in Fiji. And we've seen how much amazing work you've done in the community and in raising that. And I'd nearly say now it's a 50-50 split, and a lot of that works to you. So I guess how was that, your first sort of game for Fiji and being told you're in the squad? Pretty amazing achievement from someone who didn't know what it was a few years previous.
Like when I got selected to play for Fiji, like obviously like my old man, he played rugby as well, but the only rugby union. So I was just trying my best to be the first one in the family to come overseas and then play international, because none of my family from both mom and dad have made it this far. So to be able to get my family name out there, like for Fiji to see it, it's pretty.
That's a cool feeling. Yeah,
it's pretty cool, to be honest. When I got announced to play for Fiji, man, that was all the hard times you come through, like coming to Australia, trying better life for a family back home, and then when they announced my name, I was pretty buzzy. I was like, I'm playing for Fiji. Hey, I'm playing for Fiji. What do you mean? They're going to announce the name, and then both my parents were so happy because they've been through and through with me the whole way, and just like everyone, like usually, like for you to play for Australia, and you see like it's a proud moment for you and your family. So just like I said, the first one in the family to do that and to get my name up there, family name, sorry, to be out there in Fiji is pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think we went over to Fiji obviously earlier this year, and a lot of it was on the back of you and the hard work you do. But I think the thing that most impressed me was just seeing how you were with the kids. And I think being able to give back into that community, you can definitely see that you probably didn't have that when you were there, and you can see that's important for you now. And I guess probably want to know a little bit more about where that comes from, that side of things. And it was awesome to see. It was very inspiring, and we've even got a little saying in our squad now that you brought from your language and culture. And I guess probably just want you to speak about that.
Just like you said, like obviously when I was growing up, it wasn't there.
Yeah,
that's one of the things. Like when I go back to Fiji, I was like, I reckon I should do this more often, like trying to go do clinic in school, primary school. It started way back, I think I went back end of 21 season. I went back, and then I was playing touch footy in the village, and I kind of like, one of the kids came up to me and was like, I want to play rugby league. It was like, I think it was 10 years old. But when he said that to me, I thought that was me way back.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of, okay, sweet. The next day I went back and then I started teaching them, like, play the ball and stuff like that. That was end of 21.
Yeah, right.
And then from then onwards, I was like, you know what, this is going to be like like an opportunity for me to go. I've been overseas play for Fiji. For me to come back and then teach the young fellas, gonna give them like opportunity to further their goals to play rugby league. And then that's how we all started. Just one kid in the village came up to me and said, I wanna play rugby just like you.
That's all. Okay.
That's all it took.
What would be your word of advice for someone who is in that position that you are now going forward? Obviously, pretty amazing career you've had and still planning to go. But I guess that 10-year-old kid who's sitting there in Fiji at the moment that, I guess doesn't know what rugby league is there any words of advice you could give them, or when you go back and do help them out, is there anything you sort of say to them? Or
well, to be honest, like the only thing that I can give a young kid from back home is just like Craig always said that like nothing comes easy unless you go out there and work hard for it. Like especially in Fiji, like the lifestyle back home is pretty cruisy. Sometimes they just like go with the flow and stuff like that, and then and then a couple of them kind of like push back, like working hard and stuff like that. They just thought that they're just life.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I pick along the way. Like you might have those kind of life, but you still have to work hard to achieve your goals and stuff. And every time I go to the schools in Fiji, and then I always say that to them. And like the only reason I'm here because it's just not given to me. I work hard for it, for me to get there. So I reckon that's the piece of advice I'll give that
100%. You can't be a winger and turn into a forward without working hard. So, no, very, very impressive, Buller. I think it's, like an amazing story that I think people love hearing, and I think you should be very proud of it, mate, because you see the smiles when we go back to Fiji, and sure Hughes, you can testify it as well, but it's definitely motivating, definitely inspiring that you're this person now who is influencing a whole generation. So, no, very good of you, mate. We do have a few questions though from the listeners. There's a few questions, so I'll get them to read them out. I'll get Hughesy to pick some out as well.
This one's from
Holy damn,
Richie Mock.
How many of that?
Oh, there's a few. We'll pick some out.
All my life.
Richie Mock says, Buller, we've heard previously about your love for chocolate cake, but what's your go-to pre-game meal? Ooh. Also, any pre-game rituals or routines that you follow?
Pre-game meal.
Frats?
Frazzolino. I love my steak. I love eating steak and pasta the night before the game.
Yeah.
Protein and carbs. Frazzolino's the name of the restaurant in Richmond.
Remember Zave was on and it's got plugged a few times on this potty, I reckon.
Yeah, that's my pre-game meal, steak and pasta.
Yeah.
And
any superstitions or pre-game routines that you need to do, or?
Normally like on game day, I just like going out breakfast and then just go for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pretty much it's like a park right next to my apartment. Just go there for a walk and sit down in the park and just have a coffee on my hand, just chilling. That's pretty much what I do. Just nothing.
Nap? Any nap?
Oh yeah, definitely had a nap.
Have a nap?
Have to have a nap. Normally, like if it's a late game, I watch a movie after lunchtime and then have a nap for like an hour, hour 45 minutes, and then pretty much after that just get ready. Then I'm pretty cruisy, like routine and stuff. Yeah.
I got one from Sarah Seddon. This one is, tell us more about your carver business. We did speak about this before. Carver's a massive part of the Fijian culture. Like you said, your old boy, carver farmer.
Yeah, carver farmer,
and, you've obviously jumped into that side of things as well. So time to give it a plug.
100%. So I have a carver farm back in the islands, Taviuni. So mum and dad are running it at the moment. So I've been planting for, just like I said, so the more you plant the carver for, then you leave it for like 5 years, the good the quality is.
The longer,
the longer you put it, and then you harvest it after that, the good the quality. So
5 years.
5 years.
Okay.
And then, just harvested, last year. Slowly harvesting.
Money bags, eh?
Slowly.
Bit of coin there, surely.
Yeah, a little bit. So now we started selling it locally.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I'm going to do during off-season, because obviously we have to come up with a brand. Carver brand in Fiji, there's heaps of Carver brand, and I was just gonna name him after me. Kamikamica Carver.
There we go.
So still slowly like selling in Fiji. Like been calling. I think I did have a call to my mom last night, and then ask her like how's it been going, and then it's been going good. So
Can you bring it over here?
Yeah, you can.
Can
You can.
sell
Yeah,
it
but
over here?
the thing is, like, you have to have an exporting license.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do. But then if you want to bring in like a kilo, you only get like 4 kilos per person on a plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you want to
So
have
you
like...
can't, can you ship like a big
Yeah,
container
you can.
over?
You can.
Just costs heaps.
But you have to get the exporting license first.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm doing that at the moment, like exporting license, because man, like in America, man, kava has been very
Popping off,
demanded.
true.
Yeah.
So they started selling it locally in Fiji at the moment. So when I go back home, I'm gonna create this Kamikamica cover brand and then try and put it on social media and then go from there.
Damn, there we go.
Slowly but
First-
surely, my brother.
First we had Lone Crow coffee, now we've got the kava.
I reckon next year if I come again here, I'll probably bring the cover.
100%, bring it on. We'll have a little session in here. We'll put it on the table. Yeah, well, okay, that's good. I didn't know about that. Beauty. Hughes, you got another one
I
there?
got another one from AJ Ose, I think it is. As a big fella yourself, which active or past player would make you think, oh, fuck this, if he was running straight at you? So pretty much like, what? Yeah, is there any other intimidating?
Past
obviously,
players or
yeah,
present, yeah.
the most intimidating. Obviously, you're probably not intimidated by many, but if there was one that would past or
Oh, I reckon Big Pedro, if you've been there.
yeah.
I was thinking that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I reckon if coming against him, it's a bit scary, to be honest, because I've seen him, like, we all seen him play and stuff,
yeah.
but he's just tough, man. I remember he came in 2017 World Cup. He was one of the coaching staff for Fiji.
yeah.
But he is the most soft fella you can ever meet.
Yeah.
It's so different from watching him play and then talking to him. How can he play like that? And you know what I mean? Yeah, I reckon, if past players, I reckon Big Pedro, definitely there.
All right, I got another one from Lulu Louie 89. If you could pick a team member to be stuck on an island, who would you choose?
I reckon it's going to be funny. I reckon my fellow Rocky brother, Christian Welsh.
Welchie.
Welsh.
Well, it's probably the first positive thing that's been said about
Yeah.
Welchie
100%.
on the podcast.
Because us Rocky knows, like, he's the smartest, very smart. Like, he might get all the plans to survive and stuff. And then obviously,
then
always,
you'll do all the
and
work.
I'll do all the work. Like, he works hard as well, but all the ideas comes from him on how to survive and stuff. And then we just work hard for it, I reckon.
Well, see, I feel like Welchie wouldn't be street smart. I feel like it's interesting choice.
He's book smart. He's book smart.
He's book smart, but when you put him on an island, I'm leaning towards you. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
leaning
saying.
towards
Like,
you.
the hard work and stuff, we can just share the workload, my brother.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, there's another thing I did want to ask you about, though. Very exciting thing happened last year. Little Junior.
Oh, yes.
Becoming a
sir.
father, mate. It's obviously different to footy, but
Yeah.
obviously very exciting time and changed your life, definitely. But we've all seen him around the club. A big brute of a baby, isn't he? He's a big boy.
He's 2 years old.
He's actually 12. But no, how's that, Bull? Obviously very new to your lifestyle and been over for, I think they're going back home now, but
Yeah, they're back
they
in
come
Fiji.
down for a while and
Yeah.
talk us about that, dad life.
Oh, my brother, it's one of the proudest moments, to be honest. Obviously, I got like two sisters. They both have kids. So during off-season, when I went back, I was so close with my little niece and stuff. And then now I have my own, and it's hard to explain, Like when obviously like during preseason in Geelong, that's when I found out like she was about to give birth. I was so glad that Craig gave me the permission to go to Fiji, especially in Geelong.
Can we bring up how he told the team? Remember we had was it Friday?
Yeah, right after the Friday session, yeah.
sesh. We were all
On that-
and
in
then
the
Craig's
huddle.
like, come in, guys, and we were like, what the fuck's going on here? And then like, Bull was about to jump on a flight
By the
to
time he come
Fiji.
back,
By the
he'll be
time he
dead.
comes back, he'll be a dad. And we were all just like, what the fuck? And then everyone got around you and cheered for you, but
Yeah. And I remember when I went back home, got there like early hours, I was like 6 o'clock.
yeah.
Ah, man, the nerves is up there. He went there, went to the hospital, and then, right, good timing. But all I can hear is like,
What were your first thoughts when you walked in there and seen him? What went through your head?
and I was a bit blurred, to be honest. When I walked in, I seen her, and then I can hear his voice just come out. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but once you have a kid, my brother, you'll know. He's just like,
Yeah,
you're just in the
hopefully
moment.
one day. Yeah.
Just in the moment. I just went there, I just can't wait to just hold him, and then obviously just born in. It's good. Yeah, it's a different way of life now for me, to be honest. Obviously, growing up, and then all of a sudden I have a kid now, little baby Junior. It's the best feeling once you have a kid, my brother.
Who's changing the nappies?
I did a couple of times. Not most of the time. I remember when they came, obviously they went back a couple of weeks ago. I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I know he was crying and I was just sleeping there. I was like, oh, my life. And she's just like, it's your turn now. I was like, are you sure? And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was, bye. She's been changing the nappies the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, there we
So
go.
you had to do one.
I have to do
You had
one.
to do one.
Had to do it when he was here.
Two.
All right, we'll get a little quick fire here. NBA team.
Lakers.
Yeah.
You
Is
and
that
Juz.
LeBron James.
LeBron?
Yeah. I don't
You
know,
and
like,
Juzzy.
the boys must be, like, I don't know if they know, like, the boys, some of the boys know. So I remember we went to, like,
You sort of look like LeBron.
I was going to say that. I was going to get to that.
that's it.
I was going to get to that.
Yeah.
This is the honest truth. This is the honest truth. Jazzy will back me on this, and Nelson. So I'm not talking shit here, boys. I remember we were on a night out, and then we're just sitting on the bar. And
Was
then
this here in Australia?
yeah, here in a Crown Casino. We're sitting there, and then this guy just come up. I was have a little bit of beer around the time, and then he typed the name LeBron James onto the phone, and then I was just sitting there, and then he called Zazie, and then Zazie was like, "Oh, can you call your mate?" And then Zazie was like, "Hey, Bulla," and tapped me on the shoulder, and then I look over, and then he got the name like LeBron James, and then. Is that you? And I was like, yep, I'll take it.
He's being serious?
But 100%. Yeah, he's been serious. And then Jazzy was like, no freaking way you just did that. Then every time I come back, Jazzy, come on, bro, stop behind, bro.
Yeah.
There's your Mad Monday outfit sorted.
Yeah. Grow that
Hey?
beard back.
I reckon,
Yeah,
eh?
be on.
I've only just realised this. Might be.
But you just said it straight away.
Just a little bit.
Just
I reckon
a little
the
bit.
beard. You need that
You
beard.
need the
Yeah.
beard back.
Yeah.
Right, NBA team, Lakers, NFL team. You're wearing the hat before.
San Francisco 49ers, my brother. Yeah.
Want to tell us a bit about them?
Just because they won, or they won the Super Bowl, or
Yeah. No, they didn't. No, I just love.
what do you?
I was like, there's a great fella that goes and play there, Jared Haynes. So he's half Fijian. So
Yeah, that's. I'll pay that.
Fiji connection. I'll give you
yeah, a
that.
little bit of
pay
physical
that.
connection there. Yeah. So when then he did play in the NFL. Eh?
Yeah, you played. You played.
He
Yep.
played and make us half Fijian proud. Yeah.
Any other sports you enjoy watching or playing?
Union man, eh? You like watching the
Union,
Union?
Still watching Union.
I still owe you actually.
Ooh.
After
Fiji,
sevens.
But you and
Sevens,
Munster,
yeah.
you and Munster owe me a coffee, my brother.
You see, bro, they never pay up, bro. They never pay me
It's
too,
alright,
bro.
bro.
Munster still owes me actually. Union, yeah.
Yeah, still watching rugby union and stuff. Obviously, when they announced the Fiji Drua going to be in the Super Rugby, man, that was pretty massive.
Yeah.
Every time they went back home and play a game there, I think they only lost one game
There's a
so
big,
far
At home.
big home ground advantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
the
play
thing,
well there.
Yeah, the thing that I don't get is why do they put the game at 2:30
Yeah.
in Fiji?
middle of
Yeah. Peak of the day.
Peak of the day, man.
guess
Well, that's probably why
The
they're
drill
used to
probably
it.
love it. Drew
I think the first year they did it, and
Yeah.
then I think that I was going, the second year they'll change the time, play like in the evening and stuff.
Yeah.
No, they still did it.
It's too smart.
Oh, pretty amazing. All right, I think that wraps us up, I reckon. You got anything, Husey? Got anything for us, Bulla?
No, that's pretty much it, boys. Thank you for
Pretty
having me.
crazy
That's,
story.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Bull. Really
Yeah,
appreciate it. Sharing your story. I know, like Pap said, everyone was keen to get you on. Whenever we say who do you want on next, they always bring up your name. So thanks for coming on for us, bro.
Nah,
Sure,
all
it's
good, my brother. All
not your
good.
first podcast. I know you boys wanted to probably start one soon as well. So who knows, mate? You don't look out of place here. You're very good at speaking. And I've got a little gift for you to finish off with. It's the sunnies are the gift, but I do know you pride yourself on smelling nice. And we spoke about this the other week on the podcast. but I brought it in.
Oh, you bring it in.
The Hello Kitty spray.
Oh, my life.
Now, don't judge. It is $5,
dodgy.
but give it a sniff. I feel like it's something you'd really enjoy. Always the best smelling man in the club. Spray it. You can spray it.
Oh,
Not
my
gonna
brother.
It does actually smell nice. It does like that bubble.
That smells nice. It's like a bubble gum.
Yeah.
Remember you walked
Hey, sorry.
straight in the eyes. That's
Oh,
nice.
that smells nice, my brother.
So, no, you're most welcome. I knew you'd probably
Bubble gum.
appreciate that. But
Thank
we
you.
do have a little gift, like we spoke at the start of the show. You don't leave empty-handed. The Oysters, Sohos, Melrose, and Bostons. We've got them. We've got them here right
Brand
now.
spankers.
So, we've got the Oyster Sohos. I feel like, Bulla, they're going to suit you the best.
Are they extra large?
We've got, we've
We've
got the Oyster Soho extra large for Hughesies.
Are they actually extra large?
No.
Oh,
I should have said no, but they look
my
normal.
life.
And we've got the Melrose Oysters
these
for
are
us.
nice.
So here we go. Oh, and they fit the kit too. Lucky we wore our Fijian shirts
Bullshit.
today.
oh, that's. Are you sure these are? I think these are extra large.
Bang.
Oh, my life.
Let's go. What do you reckon, Bulla?
My brother.
These will look at
Yeah,
home in
looks
Fiji, I reckon.
100%.
Yeah, these are nice. I love these colors.
This is nice, man. This is nice.
This color is actually that good,
They've come out. What was the
and I love oysters too.
last week's colour as well? I keep forgetting what it was. Oyster and
Grey. It was
That
like a
looks-
storm.
Steel blue.
steel
Storm.
blue.
Oh, steel.
Steel blue. Steel blue and oysters. These are like your darker. No, they're like lighter than the other ones.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
How do you rank them compared to last week?
Oh,
how do we rank them compared to the steels?
Nah, I like these. I feel like they're more my color, the oysters.
See, I feel like wearing this kit or a black and like a neutral color thing. These, but because I wear lots of blue and
The
navy,
other ones went with blue.
the other ones, yeah.
Man,
Yeah, I don't wear
So,
blue that much. So.
Seki, my brother, Seki.
So that's our. Actually, give us a little tip, Bulla. Where will you wear these when you go back home to Fiji?
My brother.
Where are you going?
100%. What? Right by the beach, my brother. It's going to be nice and warm, you know what I mean? Have a bowl of cover sitting by the beach. Looking over the sunset.
Oh.
It's going to be like 28 degrees, bro.
Oh, I might go back.
That sounds great.
By
Make
the
me
water, my
jealous.
brother, by the water.
Off-season.
Off-season, bro. 100%.
Stop it. All right, guys, that wraps us up for this special episode of the Clubhouse. Big thanks to Bulla for coming on.
Thank you.
Having a crazy year this year. Hopefully, it's going to finish with a nice little premiership. But yeah, amazing story, mate. I'm sure lots of people will get plenty out of it and learn about you as well. So, yeah, we're very, very lucky to have you on, mate. So thank you. And we'll be back next week, hopefully with Munster here as well, if he's not going to shirk responsibilities. But hopefully some perfect partners coming with it. But thanks for coming on, Bull. Appreciate that.
Thanks,
and
guys. Thanks for having me.
we'll see you guys next week. Let's go.
Thanks to everyone that has tuned into the Clubhouse podcast.
Episode's brought to you by RIXX Eyewear, and we've got something special for you. Introducing the brand new colour Oyster, a stunning light green crystal frame that's sure to turn heads. These shades come with light gradient lenses and are available in our 3 best-selling styles, Soho, Boston, and Melrose. It's going to be this summer's most popular colour, and it's a limited drop, so don't miss out. Head over to RIXX Eyewear and grab your pair before they're gone.
Please make sure you have hit the subscribe button on all our channels and also following us on social media at Oz American Aces so that you don't miss out on any announcements.
Catch you at the Clubhouse.